Hey everybody, I just wanted to get on here real quick and just say hi. I know it's been a little while. And just kind of tell you what's been going on lately. So, for those of you that remember when I did the Easter stream that was pretty quick from my grandma's house, I was telling you about my medical stuff that was going on. I had my kidney stone surgery 2 weeks ago now. And then this past Monday, was that this past Monday? No, yeah, it's just been this past Monday, I believe. I don't know. Time's flying so fast. But, yeah, it would have been this past Monday. I went and had the nephrostomy tube taken out. So I'm back to being, if whatever you want to consider normal. Yeah, so I want to thank everybody that was praying for me for that and all that good stuff. So I just wanted to kind of share a little bit what I've been doing here. So for those of you know that I am a bus driver, I'm excited to announce that I'm taking on a full-time bus run for the rest of the school year, which is only 4 weeks, but nonetheless, I'm still excited to be able to do that, and we'll see what the future holds for next school year. But so I'm not counting my chickens before they hatch. I'll just say that much. But so yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm gonna be doing that for the rest of the school year, and I'm looking forward to that. But I just did something today. I was planting some flowers finally that I'd been wanting to plant. It said on the packet that it was supposed to be May to June that you planted these, and since I've got a lot going on in June, I didn't want to plant them in June in the starter pots, because then by the time I'd be traveling and stuff, it would probably be the time that they would need to get transplanted to the ground somewhere, which some of them are going to go in my flower beds. I'm going to find random spots for them, maybe to my Graham and Pap's grave site. I'm not sure yet. So one of the things about my grandmother, my Gram, I called her Grammy, Graham, a number of us cousins did, Graham Reitenbach, was that she planted zinnias every year when we were growing up. She would plant zinnias every year in her in her garden. She would leave a row for just zinnias in their garden. They would have vegetables. And so when I was a little kid, every year we would go down to the flower garden, to the row of zinnias, and she would I don't remember, I don't know about the other cousins and my siblings and stuff, but it was almost like a tradition for me to be able to go down and cut some zinnias and be able to take them home with me. So that was always fun. And I started as I got older. Oh, there's a bee. Get away, bee. Yeah. As I got older, I started planting my own. And it just kind of became a tradition. I hadn't done it for a few years, but I decided to, in memory of her, plant some zinnias this year. And let's just say I'm going to have a lot of zinnias. So I thought I would try and mix it up a little bit. So I'm going to show you. Let's see if I can flip the camera. So here's one of the things that I planted. Don't fall. I planted some mammoth sunflowers. And let's see, where's the other pack of sunflowers? So this is funny. I just went and got this pack today because, as you can see, it's got a mixture of different types of sunflowers. But what happened was I got a pack of velvet sunflowers, and you know how many seeds were in the pack? I got it from Walmart, so I don't know if it was a gypped pack or what exactly happened. It only had 5 velvet sunflower seeds in it. So needless to say, I decided to get something with a little more seeds in it. So I got this mixed one. It's got the velvets and a bunch of other varieties of sunflowers. So I got that. And then for the zinnias, I got a variety of zinnias. I thought these looked so cool. Purple Prince zinnias. They look beautiful. I cannot wait to see them grow. So I decided to try those and see how I could if I could get those to grow pretty well. And then on top of that, I thought I would try the candy cane mix. I was like, wow, these look amazing. I can't wait to see them grow. That's going to be pretty cool. And then to top it all off, instead of getting the traditional like just regular size zinnias, I'd gotten these one other year, the giant flowered zinnias. These are like the ones my grandma used to plant every year. Only they're the giant flowered mixed colors. So it's a mixture of colors, but they're the giant flowered ones. They get a little bit bigger than the regular ones, but they look pretty much like regular ones. So we'll see how they grow. But zinnias are pretty easy to grow. And here are my starter pots. So this is the Purple Prince zinnia. I marked them all. I have 2 pots. So this is why I'm saying I'm going to have a ton of zinnias and sunflowers. I planted, so this is 10 Purple Prince zinnias, and I have 2 boxes of them. Or two starter pots of them. So 20 Purple Prince zinnias. Whoa, somebody's shooting firecrackers. This is the giant flowered zinnias. I have 2 pots of those. So that's 20 giant flowered zinnias. This was supposed to be the Velvet Queen sunflower, if you can read the letters there. The Velvet Queen sunflowers. There's 2 pots of those, but they're now the mixed colors. And then here is the colored. Wait, which one is that? The candy canes, CCZ. I wrote on the side, if you can read that. CCZ, the candy cane zinnias. And then down here, so we have 20 of the candy cane zinnias, and we have 20 of the mammoth sunflowers, which it looks like that one needs a little more water. When you start these kind of pots, they really need a lot of water because the pots soak up some of the water too and then dry out, so it dries out a little quicker. I typically like to put them in, say like a metal pan or something, so that way the water can sit in the pan and they can just continually soak up water, and I just keep putting water in it, and then you don't have to put water over top of it, so that makes it nice. But so anyway, whoops, there's that. So I've got all these flowers planted now, and we'll see in probably about a week or a week and a half, I would think they would start to grow. So for the zinnias, I put 2 seeds in per little starter pot, and then for the sunflowers, because the seeds are so much bigger, I just did 1 seed, and then if for whatever reason one doesn't grow, I'll just throw another seed in and see if it grows, because you can plant them anytime between May and June. So if they don't grow, I'll know in time so I could just start a new one. But needless to say, I've got a lot of zinnias and sunflowers, and I am excited because I'm really excited just because I want to see how the candy cane zinnias come out, because they look like they're going to be awesome. The candy cane zinnias, the Purple Prince zinnias, oh my word, I am so excited. While it's flowered, and then let it dry out. Just leave it, let it dry out, and then you can pluck. It's easy to just pluck the seeds right out. It's really cool. I actually grew some from some seeds that I had actually plucked myself. So it's really neat when you can do that. It's just very satisfying to know that, like, hey, I plucked these seeds myself. It's kind of like a farmer that grows something and they save the seeds and then they plant them next year, and it's like, wow, this is pretty neat. So anyway, there's a little bit of some of my green thumb, I guess you could say, because I do have some other plants around here that I've planted. I have some trees that I've planted, some flowers. I have a flower bed. I think I've shown you some of that stuff before, but I just wanted to come on here and just kind of give you an update of what's going on. And yeah, next week I'm really excited to be going to a bowling tournament next weekend. And then, yeah, there's just some other things going on. The end of the school year, and that bee is back again. Go away, bee. He's trying to find a place to build a nest. It's a bumblebee, but anyway, so yeah, I got some bowling events coming up. I've got some music events coming up in the next 2 months. We got our, just remember, if you are interested in buying a cup or a mug that we made for the Allie J Band, we are trying to raise funds to go to Wildwood, New Jersey. Thankfully, we were able to find a place to rent while we're down there that is not super expensive. It's a little bit farther from the boardwalk than we had hoped to be, but we'll make it work, and we're gonna have a wonderful time ministering down there at the Boardwalk Chapel, and we're so excited for those who have helped us out already to be able to do that. And so if you're interested in a mug or a cup, just feel free to reach out. I've got enough. I've got plenty for you, and so just feel free to reach out if you're interested, or if you're friends with Dave or Jen or Chris, our drummer, you can reach out to one of them and they can let me know if you're interested. If you don't have a way to reach me personally, which if you're watching this, you've got a way to reach me, so there's no excuse. Anyway, so yeah, that's about all I wanted to share today. And Mother's Day, this will be my early Happy Mother's Day video for all the mothers out there. I liked how we had a small group breakfast for our church small group this morning, and I liked how the small group leader put it. He said, Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there, but also to all you spiritual mothers. And he was referring to me because I was the only non-mother there at the small group. And he said, yeah, like a spiritual mother. And I feel that way with a number of kids that I know and have grown to really love. And I know it's not the same thing as being a mother, but I appreciate the people that have allowed me to pour into their own kids' lives, whether it's my brother and my sister and their families, or whether it's people from church or people from work or people from wherever, or even just being a bus driver. I've really enjoyed getting to interact with the kids. When you have so many kids on the bus, it's hard to interact with all of them at the same time while they're all on the bus, because